Breaking news! Gareth Ainsworth leaves Shrewsbury Town. Roland won't sell up. The club's in the mud. Welcome to the Talking Shrimp podcast where we discuss further. I'm Joel May and I'm joined here by my colleague.
Hello, my name's Mitchell.
Oh, I thought you were going to try it.
Tonight! No, I'm not going to try
I like that. Yeah, breaking news.
Oh, that was an interesting intro. Yeah, Shrewsbury Town.
Shrewsbury fucking Town.
We're doing an episode on Shrewsbury Town again.
Good
and this
Lord.
time, do you know what? The last time we did an episode about Shrewsbury Town was when...
Gareth Ainsworth joined,
I wasn't even going to say his name. He didn't even deserve to go in the intro.
Yeah, he
I mean, you
doesn't
already
actually.
did say his name in the intro, but...
Yeah.
The last time we did it, a Shrewsbury Town podcast was when he joined.
Yes.
And we were ecstatic to the point where we photoshopped Gareth Ainsworth's head onto Paul Hurst's body.
Yes. And now what do we do?
And now what do we do? I don't know.
Welcome, Michael Appleton.
Yeah, well, yes. So, yes, if you're listening to this is going to be about Shrewsbury Town. So,
We have to make it about Shrewsbury Town.
yeah, apologies.
It's very sad, but
watch it anyway. I mean, listen to it anyway, not watch it.
yeah, it's our transparent thoughts and feelings of the club as far.
Yes, we never date a podcast episodes, by the way, but today we're going to date it in case this goes out of thingy. It's the 1st of April today.
Yeah,
we're
April
recording
Fools.
this on the day we play Wickham. We haven't played Wickham yet, but
No. Prediction?
well, I mean, we're going to lose. They're free flowing, and they've got a few
Yeah.
they've got players of theirs that were ex players, and we don't do very well against ex players, do we?
True.
So I'm going to say Leahy gets a penalty and Udo scores as well. I'm going to say like 2-0.
Okay, I'll go 3-0.
Yeah, I
think
was
we're
being
gonna lose.
optimistic with
Yeah.
2-0.
No, I agree. Okay,
Um,
so basically, yeah, me and Mitch have been to every home game. I believe every home game.
every home game this season,
including Mickey Mouse Cups and also TNS. But yeah, we've watched a lot of Shrewsbury Town this season on the pitch.
Well, not
but
just this season.
well,
You're
not
making
just
it sound like
in
we're just
general,
this
but
season
they know
supporters.
that. They know
We've
that
been
we
following
are
Shrewsbury-
sad people who waste
wait,
our money every season.
Let's premise this. How long have you been
Yes.
following Shrewsbury Town?
Since I was like 6 or
Yeah,
7.
fair enough. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, longer than me. I'm.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from Shrewsbury all my life, but I never really liked football until
No.
secondary school, year 8.
Yeah,
What
2009,
what age-
2010.
what age would I be in year 8?
Like 12, 13.
Yeah, there we go. So that's how I'd be. For anybody wondering what that squishy noise was that just picked up on a microphone, it was Joel rubbing his eye.
Oh yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, and a lot's happened recently.
Yeah, so we're long-time Shrewsbury Town season ticket holders.
Yeah.
And this time, as you were saying, this season we've been to every home game. We
Yeah.
were going to go to loads of away games this season, but
What's the point?
what's the point?
Yeah.
Anyway, back over to what you were saying.
That's
Sorry,
on the
I
pitch.
derailed
But yeah,
you.
we're here to talk about off the pitch. On the pitch is pretty obvious. All you have to do is look at our run of form and also just the league in general, to be honest, because we are sat rock bottom. Anyway, more importantly, basically out of the grass, behind the scenes, the club's gone to shit.
Yeah.
Is the best way to
Yeah.
put it. There is no other way of saying it. The club is in the mud. So we are here to discuss our thoughts and feelings. So I'll ask you the first question, Mitchell.
Yes.
As far as this recording goes, the takeover has collapsed.
Yes.
The exclusivity talks have ended and the potential owner has walked away.
Well, the potential buyer.
Well, yeah, potential new owner has walked
So,
away.
so
yeah.
what? So what do we know so far? There was an American investor interested in the
investor.
club.
Yes.
The town had done everything they could up until a point they were waiting for the investor to basically finalise paperwork.
Pretty much, yes.
From what I've read in
That's
the
legit.
from the statement that was released today, which was the open letter from Roland about the takeover, it seems that they had other issues as well that this American investor
Yes.
was
Which
dealing with, which,
Yeah.
you know, I think take that with a pinch of salt, but
Yeah, but
it is what it is.
Everyone's going to have that. Like, you're not going to hear lots about that, really. But the bit that I have read recently, and I do believe, is it all kind of started to collapse because of the Burton game. Because of losing that game a couple weeks ago, we are basically relegated. So therefore,
Yeah.
you're not gonna. It's like we're on the reduced aisle at Tesco right now. We're not brand new. We're going out of date. So why would you spend full price with us? That is the baseline of it. And I get that. I totally get that. Why would you?
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
We're still trying to sell ourselves as
yeah.
that full price.
I can't say anything against what you're saying there. I completely agree.
It makes sense. That,
yeah,
doesn't it?
no,
It does make sense.
yeah. If a
And why
club,
would you?
if a fee's been agreed, we were a League One team when the fee was agreed.
Yes.
So, maybe it might not be this, but maybe the American investors thought, this team's going to go down. And then what happens from there? If they go down again, I've bought myself into a conference team rather than a football league team.
Yeah.
So you know, in that respect, I can understand.
I can understand that, yeah. But then, like, on the flip side, we've only heard really from Roland's point of view.
But you know,
you're never going to hear that.
That's all you're going to ever hear.
No, I know, but it's happened time and time again with this, and it just feels like, I don't know, it's either never going to happen, or it's potentially Roland who's the person maybe asking for more money or not happy with the person or something. Like, it just seems like he's the constant denominator.
Yeah,
it's a hard one to judge from the outside.
So going from that club statement again, I mean, that's the only thing we can base any of what we're saying off.
Yeah.
The club statement basically says this is like the second time the club's sort of been in the process of being bought.
Yeah, but
the first time was by
talks, wasn't it? Like exclusivity.
Yeah,
talks.
I don't know. Is it open source? Is it open information? Who was interested?
Yeah,
I know who it is.
Obvious, yeah.
Shall I say the name? Is it
yeah.
Paul Delves. That was the person I think who was interested.
Yeah, Montgomery Waters.
Yeah, the person who was Montgomery Waters, Planet Donor, all that lot.
Salop Leisure.
Salop Leisure.
Yeah.
Wait, no, not Salop Leisure. I don't think you're in Salop Leisure. Does it?
I don't know.
It might do. I don't know.
Anyway, yeah. That,
so it was him originally.
Was it just after lockdown? I think that around that time.
I think it was only like last year or year before.
I think it was a few years ago now.
Yeah.
Like,
anyway, so that was all happening. You know, we had all of his brand as sponsors and all
and
whatnot.
It looked good. It looked really good.
Yeah.
Like it's a local person. Roland was happy
which was
with
what he wanted. Which is what Roland's been saying for how long?
What's happened? Like
so that all fell through. Going off the statement, the club weren't all set up to sell, and basically, I think I'm again going off what was said in the statement earlier. The asking price wasn't matched.
Yeah, basically.
Not that that it was ever matched. So I don't know. We don't know. We'll never know what's happened there. But
from a fan's point of view, it's annoying.
It's what we would want as a fans. I hope
we need it.
A local entrepreneur who would put money into the club, who's from this area.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know him, but I know of him. I know people who know him, and he's apparently a really nice guy, and he puts a lot of money into like not a pub team, but a very small grassroots team in. I'm not going to say the area in case it's not public information. I don't know, but it's just over the border in Wales. I think he put some money into a team there, which is they are literally like a pub team.
Then again, I could flip around and say from the outside, look, I mean, we could have been liquidated without Roland, especially with COVID and things.
I think we do need to touch on that. Like, we are going to talk massively negative. We're going to talk quite negatively about Roland in this podcast, but we got to take it stop for a second and go. He has been at this football club for what? 30 years? Is it that long? It's not that long, is it?
Like yeah. And he's built a new ground. Kept us afloat.
And all with his own money, which, you know, people will be saying, oh, yeah, he's done his time and all of that. It's only this season I've been thinking it's time to go.
I think the last three, personally.
I've been not like 100% the last 2 or 3 seasons. This season I'm like, okay, now it's time.
Yeah, because there's nothing. There's nothing left anymore. Like, and the fans are turning, which you don't want to leave that as like a legacy type thing, do you? You don't want this to be the thing.
Can I add when I think he should have sold?
You go on.
Before he hired Mickey Moore.
I do agree.
For me, I hate being this one. I don't like blaming a single person. But for me, the downfall of this club seems to have been when he came in.
See, I think it was a bit previous. I think it was Cottrell.
Yeah, actually.
Because of the money side.
Yeah, true, actually.
Because let's be honest.
There was a lot of behind the scenes there with Brian Caldwell and him.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's why our money's like...
I don't know what I know is public information or what's just rumours.
I was going to say,
it's all just rumours
or not, who cares?
The rumours were Cottrell and Caldwell...
Dodgy dealings, a lot of money.
Spent a lot of money
stuff,
that they were getting a backhander on some of the purchases.
Yes.
That's the rumours.
And just also on wages and stuff. Like we had a lot of big players on a lot of big contracts that shouldn't really have been the case for us.
Yeah.
But we couldn't have afforded it.
Yeah. There's a positive and negative to that, though, because if you're a team aiming for higher, which if you think a few seasons before that, we were aiming for playoffs, and the fans were expecting playoffs, some of them, then you've got to be thinking, okay, we've got to be going for these players of that caliber that are going to be on them wages. So it's a rock and a hard place there, because you're buying players that are more expensive in optimism to aim to get to that place where the wages match the position you're in. Or you do like we're sort of doing now.
Yeah, but the sustainability
you get in lower
of the
league players
has to come first, surely.
yeah, but doesn't fan enjoyment come first?
I think they almost go hand in hand, but I mean,
your club's got to stay afloat. I do agree. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
Look at us now. I think because of that, and maybe that like some good wins and stuff like that. Was it really worth it? Not really.
No. I do agree, but then it's the what was I going to say? It's the we're not in ruins right now. We've got an owner who doesn't need to sell. Let's be honest. Like, I'm sure Roland would keep the club until his last breath.
Oh yeah,
and do everything he can to keep the club afloat and not liquidate.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I know a lot of fans are saying, "Oh, it's all doom and gloom. It's the end of the world. It's all that."
This is the worst I've ever seen the club.
It's the worst I've ever seen the club, and I agree with you. But it could be worse. At least he is not being made to sell it. At least he's there at the minute willing to.
I disagree. I think he is now.
Yeah, but no.
His hand was.
I agree with you, but we could be in like what Reading's situation right now, which is an owner who doesn't want to pay his staff.
Yeah, and doesn't care.
Yeah,
like
and won't sell it until
the FA are getting involved. And
exactly.
Stuff like that.
So it's like we could be in that boat. So
I do agree. Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, I know we're getting relegated on top of this. I'm just trying to be an optimist.
Yeah.
Here. I know it's doom and gloom. Like I just said with you, I agree. This is probably the worst season I've seen in the town. Like,
yeah, and like the timing of it. I mean, like they're trying to get people to buy season tickets. You know, what's the incentive in that right now?
Okay,
like new people.
So we've had a bit of moan about that. Let's move on to Ainsworth then. So
okay,
he was used as the mark. Yeah, he was used.
Utter prick. I don't want to see him in my town again. The town that he apparently loves.
Yeah, it's very
utter
cutthroat,
load of false bollocks that has come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? There's no other way of putting it. And I don't care what anyone says or anything like that. He filled up with so much like hope and optimism. I believe the worst quote that I think he said was, if the takeover falls through, I'll stay.
I think you're paraphrasing there.
No, he
a
said
quote
that.
You've seen?
Yeah, he said that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 100% he said that. He said so much stuff and things.
Yeah, no, well, I know the one I've seen that was, he, like, even if we get relegated, he's here to rebuild.
Yeah.
That's the one that, like...
Yeah, and he goes to Gillingham.
Yeah, well...
Gillingham?
They're new owners, aren't they? Fairly recently.
So?
Owners, American owners, is it, again, that will put money into the club?
Yeah, to be closer to home.
I don't know where he's from.
I just don't believe it. I think he had a big fallout, and I think he isn't the manager that everyone thought he was. Like, on paper, we beat Wrexham and Birmingham. Purely on the fact, personally, the fans. The fans got us over that.
And the players are backing up to the front, the fans.
Yeah, it did all that. Whereas the little games where we should have won, like, he's not a good manager.
I agree. What did I say to you 2 matches before he
started
got
to ask
sacked?
questions? Like,
we hadn't scored in like 6 games, and I turned to you after we lost the game, and I said, we haven't done anything here. Why? Like, if this was any other manager, we'd be asking questions at this point. I said, like, him as a person at the point before we knew he was going.
Yeah.
We loved him. Like, us as a fan.
I would have ran through a brick wall for him.
Because he's that sort of person that is... The way he spoke is, you know, you'd love him to back your club. If he's backing the club, you back the club because you're backing him. So
yeah, definitely.
I can see if Gillingham are excited to get him, that's fine as long as he stays to commit to what he's saying.
Yeah.
But he's now gone against everything he said. And if you're a Gillingham fan, listening to this,
for Gillingham.
Yeah, like you've got a manager there that said exactly the same to us when he joined us 3-4 months ago. So
and to be fair, if you go off his actual record, the last 2 clubs he's managed have been awful.
He's what did he
QPR
win?
nearly
2
got
in 16 for us?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's I think that's right. I don't know if that's
QPR
right.
nearly went down with him and sacked him. And I mean, any other manager, let's say he started the season like this and won, like you said, 2 out of 16 or whatever it was, he'd be sacked.
Exactly.
So he's, enjoy him as far as I'm concerned.
I don't regret losing him as a manager. I regret losing him as a person before I knew of... I mean, we don't know the full reasons why he left. Let's get the premise there.
I know. But...
Like, it's very coincidental if it's not a correlation that he's left a few days after all the news is broke about him leaving.
I've got to be honest, like, he point blank lied, didn't he? So
exactly. So at that point, you wash your hands with him and say, okay, have fun over in Gillingham.
Yeah.
You know, I don't wish you all the best, but there we are.
No, but that's it though. And I don't know. It's very, very like... salt in the wounds right now. There just seems to be one thing after another, and I think going off, like, I know we're not going to be going to Wickham because I feel sorry for anyone who is, to be honest.
I mean, we're definitely not going to Wickham. We're sat here in Shrewsbury recording this.
Exactly.
The game kicks off in just over an hour.
But Saturday 3:00, we took 1,800 fans to Birmingham away and lost 4-1. and we're sat rock bottom of the league, being relegated with a manager of like 2 days, the takeover in tatters, the chairman who whatever's happened behind the scenes, 1,800 fans, and you know what? Fair play, fair play to every single one of you that went there.
That's crazy numbers for a team that's already relegated. I mean,
I know.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? And then like tonight, we're obviously not going to take as many tonight as we did back then.
Fair play. Like, I don't know why you're going, but fair play.
Yeah, exactly. At
like,
this point.
it's not even to the point where like the players deserve you back in. It sounds bad, but there's a lot like lack of effort.
Yes,
there's a lot of lack of effort. Like play for the badge and stuff, and I don't necessarily blame them because they're the only thing that isn't lying to us because you see them on the pitch every week.
Some of their performances are questionable though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just put the effort in. Like, I don't care what you do, just go down with a fight or something. You know?
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not. It's easy to say I don't want to turn on the players, but I don't know.
It's again, it's not about the players and stuff. But on Saturday, because of everything else, the fans are expecting them to at least fight and put a show.
Who have we got on Saturday? Cambridge? No.
Yeah.
I want to say we got Cambridge, haven't we? Who are in the relegation battle with us, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look.
Yeah. Like, it is a winnable game, really. I know, like Wickham are fighting up there for promotion. We've got Birmingham, obviously, we just lost to. But again, they're top of the league, they're flying, all that stuff. I don't mind losing to people like that or putting a bit of effort in but still losing. But teams, like you said, who are down with us, you need to put that effort in. You need to fight.
We haven't been this whole season.
No,
so
it's been pathetic.
Yeah.
It has been pathetic. It hasn't been good enough. Simple as that.
Yeah, I don't really know what else more to say on that one. And it
makes a mockery as well of those players putting in the effort.
Yeah,
when you see players come off the pitch and they are dead and they are like really, really trying.
Can I say something?
You know?
I haven't seen that in the last 2 games that I've been to, so that makes me question what was heads being turned by Ainsworth at that point.
Oh yeah, I mean, like even he was having a go at the players, sort of thing. Like exactly. I feel like he was clocked out a couple of weeks back.
I feel like something must have been talked. There must have been conversations happening.
Yeah, definitely.
2 weeks prior.
Yeah, and a lot I think with like Ainsworth's agent and stuff like that. Like exactly. I don't even think Ainsworth was involved in a lot of this.
It makes a mockery. I don't know. Literally, 2 weeks prior would have been about the evening when he did that night. The evening with
Gareth Ainsworth. Yeah, come buy your tickets now. Come buy your tickets
to see him, meet the legend, meet the man, the singer, the person who loves the town.
Yeah, utter load of bollocks, mate. Utter load of bollocks. But we have just bought our season tickets. Don't you worry, boys and girls.
I bought my season ticket the day before Ainsworth left.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's a true fan, by the way.
No, the day before he left. Like I didn't know.
No, I know.
I'd be
I'm
really
just still
questioning buying my season ticket right now. If I hadn't bought it already, I'd be questioning it right now.
Oh yeah. But like I want something now that is positive from the club.
Yeah, win tonight.
Well, yeah.
But
pigs might fly.
Like what at this point?
Well, like you said,
what can be
a performance, something.
Yeah,
something.
But at this point, what does it mean? What does a win at this point now mean for the town? Yeah, I agree. I do agree with you.
That is the only thing that you can do right now. Because let's say you miraculously find someone tomorrow who's invested in the club and like wants to be invested in the club. Sorry, it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to hear about it overnight.
No,
like right now, you want a performance that goes out there and it's like, you got a good point against Wickham, or we lost, but you know what, we were the better side, or we gave it a good go. That's all you're asking for, isn't it?
I would take a loss if it was a good performance where we looked like we challenged.
Yeah, we maybe lost 1-0. We gave a damn good go, sort of thing. You know.
Yeah, because at this point we haven't really touched on Michael Appleton yet.
Yeah, he's interesting.
It's still an awkward one for him. He's had a day's training. So whatever happens, this is still on the players. You've got to take the leaders in the team, and the performances on the pitch at the minute. This is nothing to do with him. This isn't his.
No, I completely agree.
I know there's no fans who have turned on him yet.
I was going to say. I mean, it's kind of pointless, really. He's in charge the rest of the season. But I've got to be honest, though. This is probably the most awkward time I've ever felt being a Town fan.
I agree.
Isn't it? Like, I like feeling that you've been relegated for months, really.
Yeah.
And then, it's still not happened now.
That's the annoying thing with Ainsworth, isn't it? Because he was the hope.
Yeah.
He was the salesman. That's why I said that at the start. He was the person, back me next season. Yeah. Back this team
Don't
next
stress
season.
if we go down. All this
stuff,
I'll
be here. We'll rebuild. We'll be fine.
And now that stress is heightened, I'd say. And then obviously with the takeover, it's just... And then now everyone is... They're just wanting blood, aren't they, now?
Yes.
They're wanting someone's head on a spike.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way of going about this.
Exactly.
Like, let's say we go a couple goals down Saturday at home, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
People are going to be absolutely livid.
And it won't be at Michael Appleton. I will say
no, what's the point in having to go at him?
It will obviously be... The last home game, to be fair, there were shouts of...
Roland, there was a lot of issues.
There was ones at Mickey Moore as well.
Yeah, I mean, personally, my say-so as a fan opinion, I've never liked Mickey Moore, and I don't really know what he's brought to this club.
I agree.
I really don't understand his role at the club. I think he's literally a kind of a player, a person that's definitely going not under the radar, but under the radar of the fact that like he never seems to warrant his position. You know, you hear like obviously we did really well under Hurst, right, in 2017. The main reason being is the recruitment, and the recruitment staff
Adam Henshaw
that went under the radar.
Yeah.
And now look at them.
Yeah.
They've moved on to bigger and brighter clubs.
I don't know where Adam Henshaw's at now, to be fair. I think he's at Burnley or something like that. I think he was at Burnley. You know when Burnley did really well and they recruited a load of players?
Potentially,
I think he was involved with that.
Now they're in a load of debt.
Well, yeah, there is that.
But no, my point
look
being is, though, like, you look at some of the players Moore's brought in, right? Max Matter is currently on another continent.
I can't see him ever playing
for
us. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be here.
So,
why is he still on contract? He's still under contract. He could play next season.
And we pay for him.
And we paid for him. Idwu is up in Scotland, doing whatever he's doing in Scotland. Another Mickey Moore sign because apparently we needed a winger, even though we never played wingers.
Exactly. That
doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't take a genius to work out something like that, especially in his position.
But that's what football is these days. You've got these director of football, and then what's
a head
the
coach
head
that
coach
somehow has to make omelets with different eggs or whatever,
with eggshells in it that he's not cracked the eggs for.
Yeah, that is literally it. And then it falls to the manager. So going off Matt Taylor, Paul Hurst, it was, well, I mean, Ainsworth to an extent and stuff, but the people who have been brought in, most of the people have been through Mickey Moore. Most of the people. I'll give Toto and maybe like Dominic Gape and people like that a break with that because it's not them. But there's other ones that have been brought in.
But it's
more.
not that.
I can't tell you who's warranted the places and stuff really. And the amount of understanding behind the signings, none of them really make sense.
No, they all seem to be like, oh, that'll be a good investment.
Yeah, like the only one
who's been a good investment. Tom Bloxham, he was a youth player. He was at the club before.
Oh yeah, he was years ago. But I mean, going off next season, the only player that comes to mind in my head that deserves to stay, who has been here since Moore, is probably George Lloyd. A League Two striker. He's like 25. He's been. I like him personally.
I think Pierre's got a shout to be there because
he's
not an Ainsworth signing.
I will say Pierre's different because he was here prior, so like he had links anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Type thing.
You mean someone who's come in? To be fair, George Lloyd.
George Lloyd is probably the one, really. Yeah, I know, but that's probably the only one. And even him, like you look at him, he's not necessarily the player that we should have in that system. Really.
No,
like he's doing really good for a poor system.
Yeah,
really. The players that Mickey Moore signed, I don't know, they just don't add up. And for his position, that you have to warrant at least something. Or if they don't add up, they do well in the team somehow, and then they sell on, and then you get money from them, a profit. But he still hasn't done that. Doesn't make any sense.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him go in the summer.
No, he should
for a bit of money.
Oh, Mickey Moore?
No, Lloyd.
Yeah, no, I agree. But right now, I'm just saying, like, none of his signings.
Worked,
I
agree. I completely agree. I can't,
if anyone
there's going to be a few. There's obviously going to be a few because if you throw a paintball, if you throw paint at a wall 100 times, no wait, what's the saying here? If you try again, sometimes you're going to succeed.
Yeah,
that is literally the motto of what he's done there.
Yeah, but he's in way over his head.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to look at Cheltenham. Like, they were well happy that he left to come to us.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we can't wait to get rid of him.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get this straight. He might be a lovely person. We can only base him on football.
I don't care. He's ruined my football club.
Exactly.
I don't care. Mate.
He's well
and he puts his head in the sand every 2 seconds. At least Roland does issue a statement or
I agree.
whatever. Like, it's pathetic, isn't it?
He comes out to do them fan engagements.
Yeah, it's only 2 seconds.
You have to be invited to go to, by the way.
Yeah, and it's only so many times that Liam Dooley can give something on whatever's happening.
I'm still not set on him, to be fair. I don't know. He seems to be all with the fans when we're doing well, and then
he's an interesting one because I really don't know. Like
I don't know enough
about
him, and I don't know what he does either. Really, at the club, I don't know. It's
I just want like an old school manager, who has his say. Do you like a Graham Turner, like who just comes in, right? I want these players for this position. Go
I'm
and get
hoping
'em.
that's what Appleton can be for us.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have much faith in him, to be honest. If he was a permanent manager, I don't have much faith.
Okay, then. Okay. Let's be these people now. We've discussed all the doom and gloom and everything.
Positives.
Let's be okay. What do you think is going to happen now next season? Let's discuss that first, and then we'll
on the
move
pitch
on
or
what
off the
we
pitch?
want to happen. Both.
Okay, on the pitch. So we're going down. I think next season we have to just have a bang average League Two season. We have to.
Okay, right. So you want to take over? Yes.
Yeah,
or no?
definitely. We have to.
So you want to take over? So
Yeah.
so all this takeover that's happening currently falls through.
Mm.
Sorry. Okay, hold on. What am I doing here? Am I saying what you want or what you want to happen? What you want to happen. Takeover happens.
Oh, what I want to happen. Takeover happens and we get promoted.
Yeah.
What I
okay.
want to happen.
Fair enough. Okay.
But
So
what is
okay,
more
what do you think's
realistic?
gonna yeah.
I mean, I think you're looking at like 12th or 13th down to relegation in League Two right now.
I agree with you. But before
Isn't it?
we talk about football on the pitch, do you think a takeover will happen before the start of next season?
Start of next season. I mean, you're looking at it's got to be done by the end of July, really, and wrapped up, hasn't it?
It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be. It's like
Which is what
the conversations have got to start now, really. Which there's rumours of other investors being
and there probably was
interested.
prior to the talks and stuff.
There
Wasn't
was
So
apparently in quotation marks.
it's a hard one to judge, though, isn't it? I mean, yeah, I'd love it to. My heart says.
I mean, yeah.
Yes, my brain says probably not, or to the extent that you think it might, if that makes sense. Like, it'll be something stupid, like it'll be like Roland has 50%, or Roland has 51% and still owns the club, but we have a massive investment. Not a massive investment, but something more solid than his money.
I think if that was on the cards, that would have happened by now. My worry is, and I'll be doing good.
Well, Roland walks away.
I don't think he'll walk away. He's done too much for this club to walk away.
Yeah.
I worry he'll everyone will start turning on him now, and he'll just go, all right, first person who comes in and gives me an offer that's half decent, I'll accept it.
Yeah.
And that just be someone who's not interested at all.
No, I do agree, but
that's worst case for me. And the worry about that is fans will be happy about that. There'll be some fans that he's gone,
and it could only be a short term solution.
Exactly.
It's almost like Mickey Moore in a way, isn't it? It's like the better the devil you know type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going on what I would want, I would hope that we sort out before the start of next season. My worry for me is if we've still got this dragging on into the start of next season, we could be fighting relegation.
Yeah, I mean, I just want a clean break. You either keep Roland or you sell the club. I don't want any fannying around into next season. It's one or the other.
That's what I'm saying.
Isn't it? It is one or the other.
It's one or the other now. You need. Something's got to happen. There's got to be a decision.
There is an upside to League Two. Lower budgets.
Yeah.
That is an upside, and on paper we are one of the best sides in League Two currently. League Two is not a good league when you look at some of the teams, mate.
But there's still some decent teams in League.
Yeah, I know, but like that is a
you,
positive. Like, let's say we keep this exact squad. I think this exact squad definitely doesn't get relegated. I'm not expecting miracles, but I don't think they go down in League Two.
I do agree. I think the caliber of players we've got is good enough to compete in League Two.
Yeah, like there's some bad teams in League Two. Like
but you know, all it takes is a decent run of form, and then that's it. But with us, like things happening off the pitch,
and I'm being realistic,
Yeah, realistically, I think there'll be an investment in place sorted soon.
Yeah,
and it'll all be wrapped up before the start of next season. Then I want whoever we have as manager, which I hope Michael Appleton does okay. Like, I want him to do well.
Yeah, I do.
I hope he gets backed in the summer. If he does all right, that would be my thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, again, I want Moore gone. I'm fed up with Moore. I want him gone. He's not going to get back from this. The fans aren't going to do anything with him.
For me, he's done worse. Well, obviously, this would go without saying. He's worse for me than Roland is and has ever been.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, because again, at least Roland actually like can whack out a statement or whatever. Mickey Moore, like, you just put Z in Sam.
Because I'm sure I read somewhere that Roland isn't the whole owner of the club now. There's other people, isn't there? There's
he's like
Duncan
the head
Montgomery and
executive
some other ones that have like got some shares within the club now. So he's not. So Roland's not the whole investor of this.
I wouldn't be surprised
if
Moore has got some sort of share.
I think he is. I'm sure I read it somewhere. I'm not sure if that's fact, but I'm sure I read it somewhere. I'm sure Duncan Montgomery is the name that's in my head.
Probably.
Another was with us at some point.
You know, you said next season. I want a good youth system again. I want something good from the youth system because actually probably Cottrell, nothing's happened. The youth lads haven't even had a sniff of a chance.
Yeah, I do agree. And you look at the youth teams, they seem to be winning every week. They seem to be doing really well. Right. Like scoring.
Like right now, I know we're not relegated right now, but screw it. Whack a few lads in the matchday squad.
Yes.
Not to start.
Yes.
They deserve to be on the bench. More than a lot of the lads that start the game.
I agree. Like
they do. At least they'll play for the badge. Like they're not playing for money, are they?
Exactly. That's what I literally was going to say. Like, there's a lot of our first team now, who our contracts are out. There's only like 5 or 6 who are contracted for another year or 2.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Max Mata and Idwu were part of that 2-year club who will go into a year next year.
Yeah.
So
who cares?
Like at this point, who cares? Like you've got to think that they're probably are some of them players going to want to sign a contract with a team in League 2.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if some people who are maybe in caliber to stay in League 1 and out of contract, their heads aren't on our pitch for us now, are they?
Exactly.
So what's the point in playing them?
Exactly.
What is the point? You want players that play for you. You want players that want to play, not players that... And for contracts as well. Like, if you want to play and you're out of contract, you need to show why you deserve a new contract.
And that's it. And with some of these scholars who are coming through now, they're going to want a contract. So this is their point to win it. They'll never get a better shot than this.
Yeah, because why not? You've got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
And none of the fans really should have a go at any young lads coming through saying, like, their effort or anything, because they're young. Give it a go.
What's that one lad? Jack Loughran, who was at Whitchurch Hall.
He looked really good.
He looked good when he was given a chance.
Yep.
Whenever it was in the Mickey Mouse Cup games and whatever else.
Yep.
You know, get him in.
He's
a winger. Like I don't know what formation Appleton will want to play, but
I just don't understand why we aren't giving him a chance. But yeah, so basically to end the podcast, the best way I can say this is obviously back us, right? Talking Shrimp, get us to millions and millions of followers and views,
and we'll buy the club.
We'll buy the club.
We'll buy the club. You can trust us. We'll do well with it.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll still do a podcast weekly. In obviously suits by then, up in the press box.
If you want to know how we'll run the club, all you have to do is go watch our. Actually, it's not out yet. We've got a video coming out of us playing EAFC very soon.
Pro Clubs, Bagley Brook.
Bagley Brook. We've got our own team.
Yeah.
We have a podcast called We've Made a Football Club or something like that.
Yep.
Go listen to that. We literally talk about a football club that we made that is only on EA. So
yeah, we won't do anything. We won't change the club. We won't change the colours. None of this fanning around. We're going to come in and cement Shrewsbury Town in the Football League.
We've got no money to do it, but hey,
you can make that happen, all right? You can make that happen.
All you have to do is
do it quickly, please. We beg you.
Is rate this podcast 5 stars on Spotify, and and subscribe to us on YouTube. It's that easy.
Yep.
And one day we can save the club.
We can, hopefully sooner rather than later. But
I don't think your thoughts and views
on this. Yeah. Thank you very much for listening. We'll hopefully be back with more positive news about Shrewsbury Town very soon, or a relegation party.
It'll be that one. Or we just won't discuss Shrewsbury Town for a while until positive news.
No, we'll turn to something like darts instead, or golf.
Or 180! I don't know why I did that. Right, yes, thank you very much for listening. All views are of our own. Please don't hate us for following football. It is what it is. Love is love. Football is life.
Love is love.
Football is life.
Yeah. See you later.
I don't know why I did that in a Borat accent. It's thingy.
Football is life.
Football is life. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Sure. Right, anyway. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.